this notebook and my thoughts of you. The schedule board clicks above my head. A new destination fills the screen. It's funny how the miles between us feel a little shorter today. I can almost see the space you described, where the edges blur into the sky. Out there in the golden dunes, where the quiet stretches on and on, I'll find my way to where you are, without a map to slow me down. We'll let the hours slip right past, nothing to chase and nowhere to be, just the warmth wrapping around us. Out there in the golden dunes, I buy a ticket for the next route out, finding a seat facing the window. The city buildings start to thin away, replaced by open fields and wires. I lean my head against the cool glass, closing my eyes for a little while. I can almost feel the heat you mentioned radiating up from the ground. It's not just a place we're heading to, it's a way to finally slow it down, to leave the noise behind in the streets and breathe in something completely new. The wheels turn in a steady rhythm, carrying me closer to the edge. I check the distance left to go, the landscape changes by the minute. I can almost see that open space where nothing else matters anyway. Out there in the golden dunes, where the quiet stretches on and on, I'll find my way to where you are, without a map to slow me down. We'll let the hours slip right past, nothing to chase and nowhere to be, just the warmth settling around us. Out there in the golden dunes, I used to think I needed a plan, a reason to move from here to there. But seeing the world through your eyes now makes me realize how simple it is. Just finding a spot where we can sit and watch the colors change completely. Out there in the golden dunes, where the quiet stretches on and on, I'll find my way to where you are, without a map to slow me down. We'll let the hours slip right past, nothing to chase and nowhere to be, just the warmth settling around us. Yeah, out there in the golden dunes, you don't have to say a single word, let the atmosphere do the talking. I'll be there before you know it. Out there in the golden dunes, the train slows down at last. I see you standing near the edge, nothing but space around us now. Yeah, we made it here.
I lean against the metal railing, holding a paper cup in both hands. The steam drifts up and disappears into the cool evening air. From this balcony I can see the grid, tiny cars moving in straight lines. Someone left a lamp on across the street, casting a square onto the pavement. I take a sip and let it warm my chest, thinking about the drive we took last year. We drove until the roads ran out of names, just to see where the map would end. Now the city is settling down below, but up here the air is perfectly still. I watch the colors shift above the buildings, a slow fade from bright to deep. A plane blinks high above the roof,
tracing a line across the fading view. The chill is starting to settle in, but I don't feel the need to go inside. I'm caught up in the way it looks right now, as the day finally gives it all up.
Staring at that warm horizon, where the edges start to melt away. It's like the sky is taking a breath before the night decides to stay.
I feel a quiet kind of steady, wrapped up in the fading heat, just taking it in 1 second at a time.
Staring at that warm horizon, I adjust my grip on the paper cup. It's lost most of its heat by now. A neighbor's door click shut down the hall, leaving the silence to return again. I remember how you pointed at the dashboard when we watched this exact same view. You said it felt like a pause button for everything moving way too fast. I finally understand what you meant by that. Standing out here all by myself, the rush of the week just falls away into the painted stretch above the skyline. The streetlights hum and come alive, a chain reaction down the block. The chill is really settling in now, but I'm in no rush to turn away. I'm captured by the final glow as the day completely gives it up. Staring at that warm horizon, where the edges start to melt away. It's like the sky is taking a breath before the night decides to stay. I feel a quiet kind of steady, wrapped up in the fading heat, just taking it in 1 second at a time. Staring at that warm horizon, we spend so much time looking down, checking screens and checking clocks, but when you actually look out far enough, you see how small the rush really is. It all just blends into the distance, leaving nothing but a peaceful hue. Staring at that warm horizon, where the edges start to melt away. It's like the sky is taking a breath before the night decides to stay. I feel a quiet kind of steady, wrapped up in the fading heat, just taking it in 1 second at a time. Yeah, staring at that warm horizon, I let the tension drop from my shoulders, watching the colors finally fall. It's everything I needed today. Staring at that warm horizon, the paper cup is empty now. The final trace of light is gone. I take one last deep breath of air and quietly step back inside. The water laps gently against the wooden pylons. I dangle my feet just inches above the surface. There's a stray dog wandering near the tree line, but otherwise I have this whole place to myself. I brought a notebook to write down some ideas, but it's just sitting close beside my left hand. I can't take my eyes off the horizon line right now, watching the color bleed into the scattered clouds. It started out as a pale, washed out yellow, but it's deepening into something much richer. The surface of the lake is catching every detail, creating a perfect reflection of the atmosphere. I take a slow sip of my coffee, feeling the heat as the temperature around me begins to dip. The day is officially packing
up and moving on, leaving this incredible display behind.
The shadows of the pine trees stretch toward me, a slow crawl across the damp wooden dock.
I tilt my head back and take it all in, letting the hue wash over everything.
Bathed in that deep
Amber sky, where the edges of the afternoon melt away. It's like the world put a filter on the lens, turning the chaos into something soft. I can feel the calm settling into my bones as the vibrant colors slowly take control. Just watching the transition unfold underneath this amber sky.
A fish jumps out near the center of the lake, leaving expanding rings that distort the reflection. I trace the texture of the notebook cover, realizing I don't need to document this at all.
Some moments are just meant to be witnessed, not trapped in words or confined to a page. The orange tint hits the side of my face, warming the skin against the cool evening air.
It's funny how a specific shade of light can make you feel incredibly understood, like the environment is matching your internal pace, slowing everything down to a comfortable glide.
The gradient shifts slightly toward purple, but the central warmth continues to burn. I keep my gaze locked on the furthest point, letting the visual hold me completely still. Bathed in that deep amber sky, where the edges of the afternoon melt away. It's like the world put a filter on the lens, turning the chaos into something soft. I can feel the calm settling into my bones as the vibrant colors slowly take control. Just watching the transition unfold.
I slide the heavy glass door all the way open, stepping out onto the warm concrete floor. The heat hits my skin immediately, like wrapping up in a heavy blanket. I finally made it to the apartment an hour ago, left my suitcase sitting right inside the hall. I brought this coffee up from the lobby downstairs, but it's already settling into room temperature. I look out over the flat terracotta roofs. The dry air feels completely different in my lungs, a stark contrast to the humid city I just left. It feels like I can finally take a proper breath. I set my notebook on the small iron table, no plans to write anything down this evening. I am just adjusting to the extreme shift in climate, letting the new environment introduce itself. The sun dips a fraction lower in the distance, but the temperature holds absolutely steady. I lean my weight against the railing, letting the dry air do its work, soaking up that desert glow where the heat radiates from the stone. I've been traveling for entirely too long, but this temperature makes me feel at home. It's a dry warmth wrapping around me, erasing the chill from the long flight, yeah. Caught in that desert glow, settling into the quiet night. The iron railing is hot against my forearms. I lean into it anyway and watch the street. People below are moving at half speed, adapting to the end of a scorching day. The temperature here is incredibly constant, no sudden breezes to break the heavy spell. I watch a neighbor watering their balcony plants, the water evaporating almost instantly off the leaves. I realize my shoulders have completely dropped down, the travel tension literally melting away from my neck. Just existing in this isolated pocket of warmth, not needing begin to unpack or organize a single thing. The shadows stretch longer across the balcony. The heat remains completely unbroken. I lean my weight against the railing, letting the dry air do its work, soaking up that desert glow where the heat radiates from the stone. I've been traveling for entirely too long, but this temperature makes me feel at home. It's a dry warmth wrapping around me, erasing the chill from the long flight. Yeah, caught in that desert glow. The suspension cables hum a low, steady tune. I lean my forearms against the painted steel, watching the river cut through the concrete grid, while the cars rattle the boards under my feet. I pull my headphones down around my neck, letting the actual noise of the city flood in. It's a mix of sirens and faraway conversations, but up here the air feels completely different. I can feel the temperature start to drop a little, brushing past my face in a continuous wave. My bicycle rests against the heavy guardrail, the front wheel's still spinning, just a fraction.
It's been a heavy couple of weeks in my head, carrying around things I didn't need to hold. But standing over the water changes the scale, makes all those crowded thoughts seem incredibly small.
I close my eyes until my chin up,
Catching the exact moment the current turns.
it's like someone opened a door in the sky
And let the stagnation finally rush out. Just breathing in that fresh wind, feeling it clear out the empty spaces. It carries away the dust from yesterday, yeah, and leaves me with a quiet kind of focus.
There's a subtle shift
In the atmosphere, like everything's suddenly lighter. I'm just letting it wash over my shoulders, caught up in this fresh wind.
I grip the railing a little bit tighter, grounding myself in the middle and the height. A ferry boat draws a white line on the water, moving slow and steady toward the harbor. The breeze picks up and rustles my jacket, reminding me I'm exactly where I should be.
It's strange how a simple change in the weather can untangle the knots in your own mind. I don't feel the need to pedal back just yet. I wanna soak up every second of this drive before the city settles into its evening routine and the air grows thick and still all over again.
The vibrations travel up through my shoes,
A reminder that everything keeps moving.
I take a deep breath and hold it for a second,
Letting the cool current do what it needs to do. Just breathing in that fresh wind, feeling it clear out the empty spaces. It carries away the dust from yesterday, yeah, and leaves me with a quiet kind of focus.
there's a subtle shift
In the atmosphere, like everything is suddenly lighter. I'm just letting it wash over my shoulders, caught up in this fresh wind.
We spend so much time trapped indoors, breathing in the same recycled air.
Cycling through the exact same worries until we step outside and look around.
And realize the world is always refreshing itself.
Just waiting for us to finally notice. Just breathing in that fresh wind, feeling it clear out.
The pavement is still wet from yesterday. I take my time stepping over the cracks. There's a low hum from a distant highway, but mostly it's just me and my shoes. I put my headphones on but don't play anything. I just like how they muffle the world. The gray. I close my eyes for just a second and try to bridge the gap between us, trading the city street for a shoreline where the early tide pulls back, walking on that morning sand before the world decides to wake. I can hear the rhythm of the waves washing all the heavy thoughts away. It's just a simple kind of peace, nothing loud and nothing forced. I'll meet you where the water ends, walking on that morning sand. I pass by the corner store that's locked up tight. The neon sign flickers one last time. I trace the edge of my jacket pocket, finding a receipt from last week. It's funny how the little things stay with us, while the big things tend to fade out. I pull the collar up around my neck and think about the shore again. You said the water was freezing cold, but you didn't mind it one bit. I smile just picturing you out there, enjoying the quiet on your own. My footsteps echo off the brick walls, a steady beat against the silence. I keep my eyes on the road ahead, but my mind is completely somewhere else, standing right beside you at the edge, watching the tide pull back again, walking on that morning sand before the world decides to wake. I can hear the rhythm of the waves washing all the heavy thoughts away. It's just a simple kind of peace, nothing loud and nothing forced. I'll meet you where the water ends, walking on that morning sand. Sometimes the city gets too loud, even when nobody is speaking. I just need a place to reset, where the ground shifts under my feet, and the only sound that I can hear is the ocean doing what it does, walking on that morning sand before the world decides to wake. I can hear the rhythm of the waves washing all the heavy thoughts away. It's just a simple kind of peace, nothing loud and nothing forced. I'll meet you where the water ends, yeah, walking on that morning sand. We'll leave the heavy shoes behind, just feel the earth beneath our feet, a quiet start to something good, walking on that morning sand. I take my headphones off completely, the city is starting to wake up now. I keep the feeling in my pocket and turn around to head back home. The gravel crunches as the tires finally stop. I cut the engine and listen to it tick and cool. Dust swirls gently past the passenger window, settling back down onto the unfamiliar dirt. I pull the key from the ignition and sit for a second, my hand still resting lightly on the steering wheel. It's been a long drive up this winding elevation, leaving the signal range hours behind me. I reach into the back and grab my old camera. The metal body feels cool and heavy in my grip. My suitcase is still buried in the trunk somewhere, but there's no rush to unpack any of it right now. I push the heavy door open, step outside. My boots hitting the ground with a solid thud. The air up here is incredibly thin and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and absolute distance. I look down at the valley curving away below. The towns look like tiny scattered toys. I adjust the strap resting on my shoulder and face the direction the dirt path leads. Looking out at these open trails where the map finally runs out of lines. There is a forward motion in my chest, pulling me away from the daily routine. No schedules, no grids, no concrete walls, just the sound of my own footsteps ahead. I'm stepping into the vast unknown, walking down these open trails. The path curves around a massive limestone wall. I trace the rough texture with my fingertips. There's a subtle wind moving through the branches, a low, continuous rushing sound overhead. It feels entirely different than walking in the city, where you're always dodging someone else's path. Up here, the space is generously wide. You can veer left or right without any consequence. I lift the camera, look through the viewfinder, but I don't press the shutter button just yet. I'm just framing the perspective, taking it in, adjusting to the sheer scale of the landscape. Oh, the ground inclines just a little bit more. My breathing adjusts to match the steady climb. I push forward with a comfortable rhythm, feeling the momentum build with every stride. Looking out at these open trails where the map finally runs out of lines. There is a forward motion in my chest, pulling me away from the daily routine. No schedules, no grids, no concrete walls, just the sound of my own footsteps ahead. The digital clock flips to 2 in the morning. I trace the condensation on the window pane. Down below, the intersection is completely empty, not a single set of headlights in sight. I turned off the television over an hour ago, but I still haven't walked over to the bed. There is a tiny desk lamp casting a circle, lighting up a space just wide enough for me. The refrigerator hums for a minute, then clicks off, leaving a heaviness in the air that you can almost touch. I lean my forehead against the cool glass and just listen to the absolute lack of sound. It's incredibly rare for the block to get this quiet. Usually there's a baseline of chaos underneath, but right now it feels like the walls have expanded, pushing all the frantic energy miles away. The shadow from the street lamp stretches out, creating an illusion of endless space. I let my shoulders drop and relax my jaw, sinking into the gap between the noise. It feels just like a silent desert right here on the 4th floor. No voices echoing down the hallway, no sirens rushing past the door. I am totally isolated in the best way, wrapped up in a perfect still vacuum, just finding my own rhythm again, lost in this silent desert. I turn around and catch my reflection in the mirror, looking tired but strangely completely at ease. The city outside is a grid of concrete and glass, but my mind is out walking on flat, dry earth where there is nothing to bump into or avoid, just an open expanse stretching in every direction. I don't have to answer to anyone for a few hours. I don't have to process a single new piece of information. I can just exist in this small pocket of time, letting my
I close my eyes and lean back into the chair, embracing the total absence of motion. It feels just like a silent desert right here on the fourth floor. No voices echoing down the hallway, no sirens rushing past the door. I am totally isolated in the best way, wrapped up in a perfect still vacuum, just finding my own rhythm again, lost in this silent desert. There is a strange kind of comfort in
The tile patterns blur into one long line. I watch a plastic wrapper skip across the floor. It's too late to be awake, too early to start over. The empty track just echoes in the dark.
I lean my head back against the concrete pillar, adjusting my headphones, though nothing is playing. There's a crushed paper cup sitting on the bench, left behind by someone who had somewhere to be.
I stare at the advertisement poster on the wall. It shows a landscape with wide open space, and suddenly the underground starts to feel different, like I can see right through the tunnel walls.
I imagine a place where the ceiling breaks open, replacing the fluorescent buzz with absolute clarity, just letting my mind drift out of this station, finding a way to completely escape the grid.
A low rumble starts shaking the platform, but I'm already entirely somewhere else.
I close my eyes to the flickering lights,
Painting a totally different view in my head,
chasing a sunrise mirage,
where the colors bend in the haze.
it's a trick of the eye, but I don't mind,
Just trying to find a better place out there where the
lights disappear far away from the underground.
yeah, caught in a
Sunrise mirage, without making a single sound.
The poster seems to stretch out into a real horizon. I step over the rails of my imagination. The heavy air of the city turns into something crisp, filling up my lungs with a totally new atmosphere.
I can almost see the heat waves rising up, distorting the edges of everything around me. It's a quiet illusion, but it works perfectly to pull me out of the waiting game. I trace the edge of my jacket pocket, grounding myself while my mind wanders far.
It's incredible how you can leave a place without ever moving your feet. A faint breeze pushes out from the tunnel, carrying the scent of the open air. I keep
My